Apple's transition to its in-house silicon has been amazing so far. The M1 series of chips deliver great performance and stellar battery life, and these things perform at their peak capacity without having to be plugged into a charger. And this is the computer which started all of it. It's the 2020 M1 MacBook Air. When it was first launched, many reviewers called it the best laptop to ever exist for most people, and I really agreed with that at that time because it was an amazing deal back then. But it's 2023 now, and things have changed. How does this stack up in 2023's market? That's what I'm going to answer today. And I have been using this device for 2 years now. I got it at the end of 2021. And I think it's about time I give my extra long-term review of the M1 MacBook Air. Let's get right into it. Alright, let's start with the design because it pretty much nails it. It comes with the infamous wedge-shaped design that's very iconic to the MacBook Air brand. It's built with metal all around and feels really nice and premium to the touch. It's razor thin, especially on the inner side, and it's pretty lightweight as well. All in all, it's a really timeless design, and there's no way you can go wrong with it. When it comes to display, it's got a 13-inch panel in the 16:10 aspect ratio. It's got a weird resolution of 1600p, which is super sharp for a display of this size. It's not the brightest panel in the world though. It peaks out at around 400 nits, which is probably not enough if you wanna use it in direct sunlight. But personally, I have been using it in indoor light and at my office and at my home, and it's not a problem there. Visibility has never been an issue. But if you're someone who uses their laptop outside, then it's probably not enough. And in that case, I'd recommend going with a laptop with higher peak brightness like the MacBook Pro. Bezels are a bit thicker for 2023 standards, but at the same time, it does not have a notch like the newer MacBook models, so pick your poison. Alright, let's talk about the most important aspect of this laptop, the performance. I'm not gonna bore you with benchmarks and numbers, but instead I'll talk about how it does in my workflow. I have been editing 4K videos for my YouTube channel on iMovie, and it does really good. It exports a 5-minute 4K video in around 2 to 3 minutes, which I think is really nice for a laptop which does not even have a fan. I have also been using it for my other workflows like running my freelancing content marketing business, using team and task management apps, tracking my hours, and so on. And it performs really well there. Performance is not perfect though, because there's one drawback, but I think it's on me because I got the 8GB version instead of the 16GB, and when I have a lot of tabs open for my research, then it slows down and gives me a warning that different pages will be reloaded to free up memory, and that's the only problem I have had with the performance of this device. If you're planning to get this laptop in 2023, I would highly recommend you get the 16GB version instead of the 8. Another thing this MacBook is really good at is the battery life, and I have been consistently getting 5 to 8 hours of screen on time every day, and it adds up to around 2 days of workflow for me, and it's at 90% battery health right now for me after 2 years of use, and I think it's pretty good. The battery life has definitely degraded compared to when it was new, but I'm still comfortably getting 10 plus hours of screen on time, which is really great. Another area where this MacBook really shines is the keyboard and trackpad. I do a lot of typing every day, and it is one of the best typing experiences I have ever had on a laptop. There's really nothing to complain about it. The trackpad is also awesome, and especially when you consider in macOS gestures like you can swipe left or right with 3 fingers to switch between apps, swipe left or right with 2 fingers to move back and forth in pages, and pinch with 3 fingers to open Launchpad, and more. The speakers are quite good too. They are not as good as compared to something say like the 14 or 16-inch MacBook Pros, but that's understandable because those devices have physically larger speakers to put out more bass and volume. But when it comes to 13-inch laptops, I think this laptop still has one of the best speakers you can ever have on a device of this size. So, should you go ahead and buy the M1 MacBook Air in 2023? Well, I think it all depends on your budget and what you want. If you have the budget, I would recommend you go with the 13-inch or 15-inch M2 MacBook Air, because those are better devices for future proofing and slightly better in all the aspects like the performance and display. But if you are tight on budget, then I think you can go ahead with the M1 MacBook Air safely, and it's still a pretty good device. But remember, if you are planning to do a lot of multitasking on your MacBook, I would highly recommend you go with the 16GB variant instead of 8, because let me tell you, 8GB is really not enough if you want to open a lot of things at the same time. And that's it. I think that's all you need to know to make an informed decision on whether to buy the M1 MacBook Air in 2023. And if you found this video helpful, let me know down below in the comments. And if you like this video, press the thumbs up button. If you did not like it, you already know what to do. And I'll see you next time. See ya.